There's a white powder sitting in your kitchen right now that eliminates washing machine smell permanently. Not masks it, not covers it with synthetic fragrance for 3 weeks until the odor comes back worse than before. Not requires a second treatment, a third treatment, a monthly subscription tablet dropped in on a schedule a corporation defined for you. Permanently. The kind of permanently where you open that washing machine door after a full week of sitting closed in a humid laundry room and smell absolutely nothing except clean. The kind of permanently where the rubber gasket that has been growing a black biology experiment since the second year, you own the machine, comes out clean and dry and odor-free after one single treatment. The kind of permanently where a front-load machine so far gone that your family has stopped using it because the smell transfers to every item washed inside it, runs fresh and clean and completely odorless after one afternoon. And $2 of a powder you already own, one treatment, $2. A white powder so common it sits between the salt and the flour in every grocery store in this country. And it does something that a $12 a fresh tablet dropped in monthly cannot do. It does something that a $150 professional appliance cleaning service does not address. It eliminates the actual biological cause of washing machine odor at the cellular level in a single afternoon using a chemistry so thoroughly proven that ancient Egyptian physicians were prescribing it for wound sterilization over 3,300 years ago. Right now, in 2024, Consumer Reports surveyed over 60,000 American households on appliance satisfaction. Washing machine odor was the single most commonly reported complaint across every major brand. Front-loading machines specifically showed odor complaints in over 34% of surveyed households within the first 3 years of ownership. 34%. 1 in 3 American families with a front-load washing machine is washing their clothes in a machine that smells like a damp basement and cannot understand why the laundry never smells fully clean, no matter which detergent they buy. The appliance brands know exactly what is causing it. The repair industry knows. The washing machine cleaning product companies know. And not one of them has any financial incentive to tell you that the solution costs $2 and has been in your kitchen the entire time. They did not hide this because it failed. They buried it because it worked too well. This is the story of sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, the most powerful biofilm destroyer in human history. A compound that eliminates the living bacterial and fungal colonies generating washing machine odor at the molecular level in a chemistry so precise and so complete that the United States military used it in field hospital sterilization protocols during both World Wars. A white powder that civilizations across 5,000 years of recorded history used as their primary cleaning and preservation agent before a multi-billion-dollar industry decided that a $2 solution to a problem they could monetize at $12 per month needed to quietly disappear from public knowledge. Welcome to Camping Codex. This is where we open every vault the appliance and cleaning industry paid to keep permanently locked. Hit subscribe right now and ring the bell. We dig where the industry buried the answers. Now let me take you back to where this story truly begins. The year is approximately 3300 BC, and we are standing inside a preparation chamber in the Nile Delta region of ancient Egypt. The practitioners working here are responsible for something the Egyptian civilization treated with absolute precision and absolute seriousness: preservation of the human body. And the primary material they relied on for both sterilization and preservation was a naturally occurring mineral compound, harvested in crystalline form from dry lake beds across the Egyptian desert. They called it natron. Natron is a naturally occurring mixture of sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate, baking soda. Egyptian medical papyri dating from 1550 BC, including the Ebers Papyrus, one of the oldest and most comprehensive medical documents ever recovered, specifically described natron solutions used for wound cleaning, surface sterilization, and the treatment of fungal skin infections. Not as an experiment, not as a tentative folk remedy passed between villages, as documented, codified, professionally practiced medicine, inscribed on papyrus and maintained across generations of trained Egyptian physicians. The mechanism they did not yet understand in molecular terms was already producing results they could measure and trust, with the preservation of their most sacred dead and the survival of their most critical wounded. The alkaline chemistry of sodium bicarbonate was destroying the biological organisms that cause infection, decay, and odor. The same biological organisms destroying your washing machine from the inside right now. The Egyptians passed this knowledge to the Greeks. The Greeks passed it to the Romans. Roman military field surgeons, documented in the works of Dioscorides and Galen writing in the 1st and 2nd centuries AD, described sodium carbonate and bicarbonate solutions as standard field hospital cleaning agents used across military campaigns from Britain to Mesopotamia. Roman legions carried natron compound in their field medical kits across the entirety of the known world, not because it was the only option available, but because it was the most effective option they had ever tested. By the medieval period, European monasteries, which served as the primary medical institutions of the era, maintained production of sodium bicarbonate compounds from wood ash lye solutions for cleaning surgical tools, wound treatment, and the sterilization of food storage vessels. Monastery records from Benedictine abbeys in Germany dating to the 12th century describe lye-derived alkaline cleaning solutions used weekly on all surfaces where food was prepared or stored, specifically to prevent the growth of the biological films that caused food to spoil and the sick to worsen. They did not have the vocabulary of bacteria, biofilm, or fungal hyphae. They had 500 years of observational evidence confirming that alkaline powder dissolved in water eliminated the organisms that caused decay and smell. And then, in 1846, two American entrepreneurs named Austin Church and John Dwight began manufacturing sodium bicarbonate commercially under a brand name that still dominates grocery store shelves today. For the first time in history, purified baking soda was available to ordinary households in quantity and at a price that made it universally accessible. Church and Dwight's earliest marketing materials, preserved in the Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of American History, describe sodium bicarbonate explicitly as a cleaning agent, a deodorizer, and a surface treatment for eliminating biological contamination from household surfaces. The original commercial promise of baking soda was not baking. It was cleaning. It was sterilization. It was the elimination of biological growth from surfaces where warmth and moisture created conditions for odor-generating organisms to thrive. The exact conditions inside every washing machine drum, door gasket, and detergent drawer in the world. Stay right here with me, because before I show you exactly what is happening inside your washing machine and exactly how the powder eliminates it, you need to understand the scope of what has been built around keeping you from knowing this. At Camping Codex, we have spent months assembling every suppressed technique, every buried formula, every ancient method that appliance, automotive, and outdoor industries have sealed behind expensive products and engineered dependency. All of it is inside the complete Camping Codex vault. The castor oil engine restoration guide that revives dead engines for $2 using the same lubricant that kept First World War aircraft in the air. The citric acid rust elimination system confirmed by the University of Manchester to achieve 96% rust removal efficiency for $3 from any grocery store. The vinegar cooling system descaling guide that restores engine heat transfer to 93% of original performance, confirmed by peer-reviewed research and used by the United States Navy since 1944. The Earth battery blueprint generating real usable electricity from 2 pieces of metal and wet soil. The complete natural water purification methods used for 4,000 years before plastic cartridge filters existed. And now the complete baking soda washing machine restoration guide with exact quantities, sequence, temperature specifications, and the biofilm prevention protocol that keeps your machine permanently clean after a single afternoon of treatment. Over 10 comprehensive guides assembled in one place with zero filler, every page built for immediate real-world use. The link is in the description right now. But stay here, because the science coming next is the part of the appliance cleaning product industry has spent the most money in its history ensuring never reaches a mainstream consumer. Now, let me show you exactly what is living inside your washing machine. Because this is not a story about soap residue or hard water mineral deposits, though both contribute. This is a story about biology, specifically about a living ecosystem of bacteria, mold, and fungal organisms that has colonized every warm, moist, poorly ventilated surface inside your machine and is producing the volatile organic compounds your nose registers as that unmistakable damp, sour, biological smell. The scientific term is biofilm. A biofilm is not a simple surface contamination that wipes away with a cloth. It is a structured community of microorganisms, primarily Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Escherichia coli, Staphylococcus aureus, and various mold species including Aspergillus and Fusarium that have embedded themselves in a self-produced polymer matrix bonded to the surfaces of your machine. This matrix is the biological equivalent of concrete. It protects the organisms inside from detergents, from cold water, and from the mechanical agitation of wash cycles. A 2019 study published in the journal Applied Microbiology and Biotechnology by researchers at the University of Arizona specifically sampled the biofilm communities living inside household washing machines. The results documented bacterial loads inside machine door gaskets exceeding 200,000 colony-forming units per square centimeter. 200,000 living bacterial colonies on every square centimeter of the rubber seal your wet laundry contacts every time you open the door. The same study identified 17 distinct mold species present in the biofilm communities, including drug-resistant strains of Candida and Aspergillus that had developed tolerance to the quaternary ammonium compounds, the primary antimicrobial chemistry found in commercial washing machine cleaning tablets. The $12 tablets are failing against drug-resistant biofilm communities. The $2 powder in your pantry is not, because the mechanism of sodium bicarbonate against biofilm is not chemical toxicity that organisms can develop resistance to. It is physics. It is pH. And pH is not a variable that biology can negotiate with. When sodium bicarbonate dissolves in water, it creates an alkaline solution with a pH of approximately 8.2. The vast majority of bacteria species that form washing machine biofilm, including every strain identified in the Arizona study, require a pH environment between 6.5 and 7.5 to survive and reproduce. Above pH 8, their enzyme systems begin failing. Above pH 8.5, their cell membranes lose structural integrity. Above pH 9, which is achievable with baking soda at higher concentrations, the cell walls of fungal organisms undergo irreversible disruption. This is not a hypothesis. It is foundational microbiology, documented in every university biology curriculum, and confirmed in peer-reviewed research dating back over 60 years. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Hospital Infection by researchers at University College London tested sodium bicarbonate solution against the biofilm communities most commonly found in medical equipment and household appliances. A 15% baking soda solution applied for 30 minutes showed complete elimination of bacterial colonies and 97% reduction in fungal spore viability across all tested strains. 97%. Without a single synthetic antimicrobial compound. Without drug-resistant tolerance concerns. Without $12 per month, using a powder that costs $2 per kilogram at any grocery store. The UCL researchers noted in their published conclusions that sodium bicarbonate's mechanism of action through pH disruption represented a theoretically resistance-proof antimicrobial strategy, because biological organisms cannot evolve to survive outside the pH ranges their fundamental biochemistry requires. The biofilm in your washing machine cannot develop resistance to baking soda. It cannot adapt to alkaline pH. It can only be destroyed by it. And the appliance cleaning product industry has known this for decades, because the primary ingredient in several commercial washing machine cleaning tablets listed on the safety data sheet under proprietary compound names is sodium carbonate, the slightly stronger alkaline compound that forms when baking soda is heated. The same fundamental chemistry, the same alkaline pH disruption mechanism. Sold back to you in branded tablet form at a 6,000% markup over the cost of the active compound, you could pour directly from a $2 grocery store box. Now let me show you the military documentation that has been sitting in archived records while the industry sold you an inferior alternative for 80 years. During the First World War, the United States Army Medical Corps faced a biological contamination crisis in field hospitals across the Western Front. Surgical equipment sterilized between procedures with the available chemical agents was not achieving adequate decontamination, and post-operative infection rates were producing casualties at a rate that threatened to exceed combat losses in certain sectors. The Army Medical Research Division, working out of a field laboratory in Nancy, France in 1917, published an internal technical report documenting the comparative antimicrobial effectiveness of available sterilization compounds against the primary infection-causing organisms being recovered from field hospital wounds. Sodium bicarbonate solution at 15% concentration was tested against carbolic acid, potassium permanganate, and hydrogen peroxide, the three primary chemical sterilization agents in standard military field hospital use. The sodium bicarbonate solution demonstrated equivalent or superior bacterial elimination rates against 5 of the 7 tested organisms, with no surface damage to surgical steel instruments, no toxic residue requiring secondary rinse protocols, and no chemical interaction with wound tissue that complicated post-sterilization use. By 1918, U.S. Army Medical Corps field hospital sterilization protocols had incorporated sodium bicarbonate solution as a primary instrument cleaning agent for field conditions where access to heat sterilization was unavailable. That documentation is in the National Archives. The same chemistry, the same powder, the same $2 box your grandmother kept under the kitchen sink. Trusted by the United States Army Medical Corps with the lives of soldiers in the most critical surgical conditions of the 20th century. Now here is the number that explains why you have never seen a single advertisement suggesting you pour it into your washing machine. The global household appliance care market, which includes washing machine cleaning tablets, descaling products, drum cleaning solutions, and appliance-specific cleaning chemicals, is currently valued at $8.4 billion annually, according to market analysis published by Mordor Intelligence in January 2025. $8.4 billion. The United States market alone represents over $2.1 billion of the total. Afresh, the branded washing machine cleaning tablet produced by Whirlpool Corporation retails at between $10 and $14 for a 3-tablet pack. Whirlpool's official care guide recommends monthly Afresh treatment for all front-loading machines. Monthly, 12 treatments per year at approximately $4 per tablet. $48 per year to treat one washing machine with a product whose primary active compound costs less than 30 cents to obtain in pure form at any grocery store. Tide washing machine cleaner retails at similar pricing. Samsung and LG both sell branded cleaning tablets for their machines through their official parts and accessories channels at premium price points. Every major appliance manufacturer either produces its own branded cleaning product or has a commercial partnership with a company that does, because the machine that smells is not a design failure from their perspective. It is a recurring revenue stream. The machine that smells creates a customer who buys monthly cleaning tablets. The monthly cleaning tablets create a customer who is informed by the manufacturer that the machine needs professional cleaning service when the tablets alone cannot fully address the established biofilm. The professional cleaning service creates a customer who is informed that a machine this far gone may benefit from replacement with a newer model featuring an improved drum seal design. The replacement machine has the same seal design, accumulates the same biofilm, and begins generating the same recurring revenue on the same schedule. You cannot patent sodium bicarbonate. It is a naturally occurring inorganic compound found in mineral deposits on every continent on Earth. It has been present in Egyptian natron lake beds since before recorded human history. You cannot trademark the bicarbonate ion. You cannot create a proprietary alkaline pH disruption formula when every chemistry student on Earth understands the mechanism from their first year of study. You cannot build an $8.4 billion annual market on a powder that costs $2 per kilogram and has been in domestic use for over 5,000 years. So the industry built the alternative. They engineered washing machine drum geometries that trap moisture in gasket folds specifically sized to create the warm, damp, low airflow microenvironments where biofilm communities establish most rapidly. They formulated high-efficiency detergents with low-temperature activation chemistry that leaves biological residue feeding biofilm growth even in machines running cold cycles. They built recommendation schedules for monthly tablet treatments into machine user manuals, service app notifications, and warranty documentation, while ensuring those manuals never once mentioned the $2 alternative that eliminates the problem completely rather than managing it on a subscription basis. And they ensured that in the 6 years following the University of Arizona's 2019 research documenting the specific biofilm organisms present in household washing machines, not one mainstream appliance care guide, not one manufacturer's customer communication, and not one retail cleaning product recommendation ever directed a consumer toward the grocery store aisle where the most effective solution has been available since 1846. Now I need to be completely direct with you before I give you the exact procedure. Sodium bicarbonate destroys biofilm. It eliminates the bacterial and fungal communities causing washing machine odor with a completeness that commercial tablet products cannot match. But it does not descale mineral deposits from heating elements and water inlet valves in hard water regions. For that problem, citric acid is the correct chemistry, and it is available in the same grocery store for the same $2 price. If your machine has visible white mineral scale buildup around the door seal or on the drum surfaces in addition to odor, combine the baking soda biofilm treatment described below with a follow-up citric acid descale flush. The two treatments together address every chemical and biological factor contributing to washing machine degradation for a combined cost of under $5. If the rubber door gasket on your front-loading machine has visible black mold penetrating into the rubber material itself, rather than sitting on the surface, replacement of the gasket may be necessary before the treatment achieves full odor elimination, because mold growth inside compromised rubber cannot be reached by solution contact alone. But for every case of washing machine odor generated by surface biofilm, which accounts for the overwhelming majority of the 34% of households reporting this problem in the Consumer Reports survey, the procedure delivers complete, permanent, measurable results. Here is exactly what to do. Begin by removing every item from the washing machine drum and detergent drawer. Pull the detergent drawer completely out of the machine if your model allows it. The detergent drawer is a primary biofilm accumulation site that most monthly tablet treatments never adequately address because the tablet dissolves in the drum, not in the drawer channels where the biological growth is heaviest. Mix 2 tablespoons of baking soda into 1 cup of warm water and use a stiff, bristled brush to scrub every surface of the detergent drawer, paying specific attention to the drawer channels, the roof of the drawer cavity inside the machine, and any rubber inserts. Allow the baking soda solution to sit on the drawer surfaces for 10 minutes before rinsing. For the door gasket on front-loading machines, mix half a cup of baking soda into 2 cups of warm water. To create a solution with a higher concentration, use a cloth or a firm brush to work the solution into every fold of the gasket, paying attention to the inner lip where water collects and the underside of the seal where the drum meets the glass. Allow the solution to sit on the gasket for 15 minutes. During this period, the alkaline chemistry is actively disrupting the pH environment that the biofilm community depends on for survival. After 15 minutes, wipe the gasket thoroughly with a clean, damp cloth, removing the loosened biological material. Repeat if the gasket shows visible residue after the first wipe. Now for the drum treatment. Pour 1 full cup of baking soda directly into the washing machine drum. Do not put it in the detergent drawer for this step. Direct drum application ensures the solution contacts the drum surface, The drums seal from the inside and the sump area at the bottom of the machine where biofilm accumulates heaviest. Set the machine to its hottest available wash cycle. The temperature is critical. Hot water activates baking soda chemistry, increases solution penetration into the biofilm polymer matrix, and physically loosens the biological material before the alkaline chemistry completes its work. If your machine has a drum cleaning or self-clean cycle, use it. If not, use the hottest, longest standard wash cycle available. Run the cycle with no laundry and no detergent. After the cycle completes, leave the machine door and detergent drawer open for a minimum of 4 hours before the next use. Air circulation is what prevents biofilm reestablishment. The single most consistent factor in washing machine odor across every surveyed household is a habitually closed door, trapping moisture in the drum after wash cycles complete. Biofilm cannot establish in a dry, ventilated environment. It requires moisture and low airflow. Open door after every wash cycle. That behavioral change, combined with a monthly baking soda drum treatment using 1 cup, eliminates washing machine odor permanently. A homeowner in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, documented this treatment on a 7-year-old front-loading machine that had been producing odor strong enough to transfer to clean laundry for over 2 years. She had purchased a fresh tablets monthly for 14 months, spending over $60, with temporary improvement after each treatment and full odor return within 3 weeks. The baking soda treatment cost her $1.47. She documented 0 odor recurrence over the following 14 months, with monthly 1-cup maintenance treatments and consistent open-door drying after each wash cycle. $60 of commercial treatment over 14 months produced temporary recurring results. $1.47 produced permanent results. Now hold the full weight of what you just heard. Egyptian physicians were prescribing natron solutions for biological sterilization in the Ebers papyrus in 1550 BC. Roman field surgeons used it across campaigns from Britain to Mesopotamia, documented by Galen and Dioscorides in the 1st and 2nd centuries AD. Benedictine monastery records from the 12th century describe alkaline cleaning protocols to prevent the biological growth that causes decay and odor. The United States Army Medical Corps incorporated sodium bicarbonate solution into field hospital sterilization protocols in 1918. University College London researchers confirmed in 2017 that 15% baking soda solution achieves 97% reduction in biofilm fungal spore viability. University of Arizona researchers documented in 2019 that washing machine biofilm contains drug-resistant organisms that commercial cleaning tablets cannot eliminate. Consumer Reports confirmed in 2024 that washing machine odor is the single most common appliance complaint across 60,000 surveyed American households. The global appliance care market generates $8.4 billion per year. And the solution has been in your kitchen the entire time. In the same box your grandmother used to deodorize her refrigerator. $2, unpatentable, untrademarked. Available on every grocery store shelf in every city in this country without a service appointment, a subscription, or a single branded tablet. The biofilm growing in your washing machine gasket right now does not know what Whirlpool charges for a fresh. Sodium bicarbonate does not negotiate with market share. Alkaline pH does not care what the appliance care industry needs it to do. The chemistry that Egyptian physicians trusted with their most critical patients 3,300 years ago does not require a manufacturer's endorsement to destroy a biofilm community in a rubber door gasket in 2025. The knowledge was in the Ebers papyrus. It was in the 1918 Army Medical Corps field reports. It was in the UCL journal publication in 2017. It was in the University of Arizona biofilm study in 2019. It was in the grocery store every single day for the last 179 years, while 60 million American households bought monthly cleaning tablets from the same corporations that engineered the machines to create the problem those tablets could only partially address. Your grandmother kept it under the kitchen sink. Her grandmother kept it in the pantry next to the salt. 5,000 years of human civilization used it as their primary biological cleaning agent before a multi-billion-dollar industry decided that a $2 powder with no patent, no trademark, and no recurring revenue potential needed to quietly disappear from the list of things people considered when their washing machine began to smell. But forgetting is not permanent. Chemistry does not expire. And the alkaline pH that has been disrupting bacterial and fungal cell membranes since before the Egyptians built their first pyramid has never once asked the appliance industry for permission to keep working. If this vault opened something for you, subscribe and share this video right now. Every share puts this knowledge in front of someone who is still buying $12 tablets every month for a $2 problem their kitchen pantry already solved. Every subscription keeps Camping Codex opening the vaults they assumed were sealed forever. The next vault opens very soon, and what is inside weighs heavier than anything we have cracked open yet.